goes. If they was sleeping on their kid, now they better be woke. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show.
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind.
Big time, big time, big time, big time. And we are big time happy to be with you tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Janette Smith, aka Michelle Vitale. What's up? You have come in to the Shade Sessions. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it the Shade Sessions because this is the after show chat from our web series that launched today, Evening Shade, and was excited to share with you all that watched with us and live stream chatted with us, and we had a lot of fun. It was hilarious. If you have not seen the episodes and you're somebody that kind of freaks out a little bit about like spoilers, there's going to be a ton of spoilers in this because we're going to talk about episodes 1 and 2 tonight. Joining me tonight, we've got some fun folks. First of all, I never get this opportunity quite a lot. My brother, Mark Turnley, is joining us. He was the director of photography on this project. We're excited to have him on. Eva Jane Bunkley will be joining us, though she did some producing and directing as well. Deborah Crittenden played Rebecca Geller, our IBN TV executive producer. She's with us. And then the ever fabulous haired Peter Clark is with us. He played himself. He had perhaps the toughest job of all. So Deborah, let's start with you, my dear. Deborah Crittenden, tell us a little bit about you and then just whatever insights you want to share about Rebecca tonight.
Recently, I did a Publix commercial, regional commercial, which can be seen probably for the next year, streaming on different. You saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's in Atlanta, so he saw you.
Yes. Yeah. I saw
Did you know it was her, Mark, or did you see it before we shot with her?
No. I saw it after we shot with her. I recognized. I was like, oh yeah, okay, wow.
For this project, I told you that. I had a lot of turmoil after I was asked if I wanted to do this piece. I read the sides that you gave me, and the first thought I had was, oh, this part sounds like fun. And then my amygdala, the fear center of the brain, just took over for the weekend and just started bringing in all this self-doubt and this is against your type and you're not going to be able to do this. And I didn't realize how much COVID had kind of set me back with me trying to conquer my fears and do things that scare me. And by Sunday morning, I was glad I did not see your email on Friday, because on Friday, if I'd seen your email, I probably would have turned down the part. But by the time Sunday morning came around, and then I realized I had missed your email, I was in that, I am not going to let fear win. I am going to do this part. I am going to rock this part, and I'm going to have a fun time doing it. So, and ever since then, I've had this little bit of like a fire burning inside me, which it's nice to feel that. It kind of feels like it propels you forward instead of forcing yourself forward. One of the reasons I think I was having a hard time thinking about playing Rebecca was I related to it very closely with my experience in corporate America and being a woman that's not allowed to show emotion, but you have all of these, projects you're juggling and trying to, keep things in order and going with all of the dynamics of the different personalities and all of the people who are trying to cause problems or trying to shake things up. It can be, if it was just doing the job, it's one thing, but when you're dealing with all the different personalities and people trying to get ahead and step on other people, that was a scary place to think about going back to and recreating that.
You all do realize that it's these types of stories that's going to move us from just a talk show to more, right?
Michelle, the singer piece is on hold for now.
I hear you. And let's just table it for next week. Revisit it, right? I remember us talking about this, and one of the things that you and I got to talking about was I said, listen, she's in this because I experienced her. She's in this because I was her too. Right. And it's not that, it's that thing of you wear the armor to do the job. And anybody, if you work in a high pressurized job like news or anything like that, you'll know what we're talking about. You have to have like a coating. You have to have a coating that stuff can bounce off of, because if you don't, it just slowly, things just start ticking away at you. But what happens when you become the armor and you can't separate yourself from that exterior? And I've been there too. I've been there too. And so I was happy that you had the conversation with me and could see that there's purpose in exploring that and those themes and modeling to women what it looks like. Not just women, but men too. Like just what it looks like. Because sometimes I don't think we really see ourselves. And I think that art is a beautiful way of doing that. It allows us to be the mirror, which is where mirror media comes from. But it allows us to be a mirror and to see ourselves maybe in a way we might not have been able to before. Yes, let's go to the infamous Peter Clark and his fabulous hair. Boom.
It's a rental.
It's a rental. So Peter,
it comes with the shirt.
It comes with the shirt. You have it there interchangeable. So let me tell you, when I was writing the script, this wasn't in there. Somewhere along the line, I said, we've got to see other sides of Michelle. How could we see that? How could we do that? Because web series, you're confined to like 20 minutes, right? And so you can't be doing all the things that you would do in a regular series. You are so welcome and thank you. And you enjoyed, close the door on your way out. Deborah, they live when you rolled your eyes, close the door on your way out. But I was trying to figure out how to do that in a compact amount of time where you would have, we needed the tension of the moment. I knew the meltdown had to happen. It started, if you all remember, Rebecca kicking back my Carol Sanger piece, which I was really trying to figure out, why are you trying to kill my story? And then, Michelle gets hit with the, oh yeah, you were trending yesterday, your hair and your laugh. And I would love to tell you all that was fake, but that is not fake. Those are real things. And Eva Jane Bunkley can tell you that they are, because that's how I met her. She was my makeup artist at Fox when I was in Atlanta. And so she was the one who had to, try to make sure and run out there. Okay, let's stick it. But those are the crazy things. And I thought, where is a place where Michelle can go where we can see the best of her and the worst of her? And I think any of us can see ourselves in this. If there's a perfect storm that aligns in your life with one thing after another thing after another thing, you can end up being and doing things that, would not be your norm. And I thought of you and I said, well, what if she does it on the program? I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, just hold on a second, Annie. Let's just hold on a second. Let me put something into context here for what I'm thinking you might be getting at. Mitch Kessler was the popular co-anchor of UBN's The Morning Show, and in recent weeks, a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior has been released. And it appears this may not have been an isolated incident.
But there's this one thing you do, and I can't remember what it's. I think it's when, like, Michelle has a couple of ramps, like, right? She ramps and then she comes down. Then she ramps a little bit higher, and then she comes down. Then there's one time where you do this thing. It's all a nonverbal. You're like, you're like, I don't know. And you look so freaking uncomfortable.
He was a good man. Who has an affair with a husband, a father with 2 kids? Like, who does that?
Annie, it's so real.
That's
it's
not
like,
acting.
I don't know what to do with these ladies. What are we,
I don't know what to do.
But talk a little bit about it, because for me, you, if I had to put like a hashtag on you, it's feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And so no, that's first of all, for all everyone who's studying acting and all that kind of stuff, that's not acting. That's just fear. That's all you saw there. It was a fascinating experience, to say the very least. But first of all, let me say congratulations on the fact that this is actually, we're doing this. I mean, the fact that you were able to, we're doing something post a premiere. So I mean, kudos to you for that. I know what goes into this stuff. This is outrageously difficult, and that's when you have a dime or two in your pocket. I mean, if you have to do it on your own and find a supporting group of people that will see you, see the vision and support you, man, that is just so bravo to everybody that's involved with that, and kudos to you to push it through. So when you asked me about it, I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But then instantly, just as Deborah was saying, instantly I go, well, you don't do that. I watched the episode and I'm thinking now, I was just going to look around for my acting resume here, and I was like, yeah, all of 9 minutes of acting. But this process for me was like, okay, you kept on saying, well, just be you. Just like I'm just going to come on your show. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, Peter, you do this, you enjoy doing it, you love doing it. I really do love doing that. And the next thing you know, you're a babbling, you have no idea what you're, like I'm doing now. You have no idea what you're doing. You're
You're
just
not babbling. But
just-
see, you brought up a term, imposter syndrome, right?
Oh,
Like
huge.
not feeling like, should I be doing this? Like, am I the one to be? Yeah, sure. But what I saw in you was when you just focused on the thing and not what I think you think I'm thinking, or what I think you think about what I might be doing, or what others might be thinking about what I'm doing. And you just focused on the thing. How do we sit down and have this conversation? Then your passion came out. You came to me, you're like, look, I want to do these graphics. I want to do this. This is what I normally do on the show. I want to do this and I want to do that. And you wrapped your passion around it. Then it became about this thing and less about you. You know what I mean?
100%. I was thinking, she needs this and she needs this. And then this little brains go, you're not going to deliver that, my friend, because she needs
Well,
this.
tell that little voice, you're a liar, because you delivered on every point. In fact, Patrick says you nailed that whole man uncomfortable with bubbling emotions very well. So, Peter, thank you. And
I
keep
appreciate
leaping,
it.
keep breathing and leaping.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Eva Jane Bunkley.
That be me.
But wouldn't it have just been better if you just said that you weren't together?
Because Eva did do our makeup for the shoot in Atlanta, I did want to, that was the gift that I could give her, product placement. So that was that. Eva, I know that you're always, and I saw you make a comment on this. We met, you were my makeup artist. You're far more than a makeup artist. You've done far more than than I have in this area independently. In terms of filmmaking, independent filmmaking. What was this project like for you?
Of course, when you say I'm working on this project, and it's because, yes, you've sliced it into 20-minute chunks, but basically this is a feature film that you've sliced up. So to get a feature production basically done in the amount of excellence it's done in, I mean, it gave me life to work on this project. And then, being able to kind of go back and forth with you and be that little, this little part right here, kind of, maybe we could, yeah.
When you're working with somebody, you have your non-negotiables, right? And they may be different for both of you. Like, that's not a non-negotiable for me. It's a non-negotiable for me. Like, and I'm never going to say what it was, but I just would not, no, Eva, I cannot tear this apart to do that one thing, that one little, I cannot tear 6 things apart for that one thing. I don't see it as just my project in that way. When people invest their time and their energy and their love and their isness into it, I didn't want anybody to look at it and go, God, it's great, that just that one thing. And that was her one thing. And like, such a small price to pay.
I'm happy, and I'm not going to take up all the time, but I'm just, just excited that I could be part of this in three ways, to have product placement, to do a little makeup, and to produce and help direct some was just awesome for me.
Thank you for that, and thanks for all that you've done. All right, now to our DOP, our director of photography, Mark Turnley. What's up? Woo!
Hey, sis, how you doing?
I'm good, baby. I'm good.
But yeah, it was really exciting to do anything like that with you, and I look forward to doing stuff like that, in the future for sure, because just being able to see things actually go from that kernel, that seed, and then to see that kind of go through and then see the full production is just amazing. And I know you've got great follow through, and that's really amazing. A lot of people are doing what you're trying to do. A lot of people are trying this, but not that many people are succeeding because they don't have the follow through. And one thing I know about you, in all these years is that, you work that thing all the way through to the end. And it's really exciting to see you get to the end. And, because it's the beginning of something. It's the next thing. And that's really exciting to watch and to be part of.
Well, it was definitely great to work with you, Mark. And I'm grateful for how you crystallized my vision on, many of these scenes. And then, even brought your own creativity to the project as well. So for that and the opportunity to work with my brother, I'm grateful. Those of you who've been rolling with me for a while know that my acronym is EIEIO, which stands for empowering, inspiring, entertaining, engaging, and informing people in original ways. And if you can look at a piece, even one that you've written, produced, and acted in, and go, wow, this is helping me, work through or heal up or, feel stronger about something, then I think art wins, And so thanks to those of you who are in front of me on this panel for the roles that you played in that. And thanks to all of you all who've watched and will continue to support. There was nothing that I asked of anybody. I didn't do a crowdfund. I didn't do any of those things. But I am going to have an ask now. My ask is watch it. My ask is if you like it, like it. My ask is if you like it, subscribe to the channel. My ask is if you like it and you feel like you want to subscribe and get the notifications for the next, share it. That's how you support independent filmmaking. That's how you support independent content creators. And I don't mean like I have respect for all type of content, but filmmaking is hard. Like it's passionate. We're passionate about it and we love it, but it is work. It is real work. And if you never have to, pay a dime, it costs you nothing to hit like. It costs you nothing to press share. And so if you could do that, I pray blessings upon you, because you're not only just supporting me, you're supporting these people who gifted their time, their energy, and their talent. And that, for me, is a great pay forward. And it'll reap and keep rippling out and keep rippling out. And then you'll look at, and then when you need it, it comes right back to you. So that's my ask. Thank you all for being with us. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the kudos. Thank you for everybody else. We'll see you next Thursday night for episodes 3 and 4. And until then, get ready for more shade. All right. Bye, everybody. Love you. Bye.
I'm the